become one of the bigger contributors to GDP, because these commercial farmers are exporting as well. So it's food security is exporting, but also there's a lot of transformation taking place where black farmers and white farmers are coming together, partnering. We encourage that, and we're going to work with them.
The nice thing as well is that they say we go to wholesale on Fiji. So then afterwards if you go on an application, you can easily see the wholesale, and if you want to go into exhibit,
the Trump administration, they're saying that essentially these white South Africans assimilate better, and they're also not as much of a security risk. That's really causing a lot of people to be appalled, frankly. And I also should tell people that this violence that they're talking about that are dealing with these Afrikaners, I've been hearing from people that say there is violence in South Africa, but it's affecting everybody of every single race, Katie.
The decision by the United States to confer refugee status to a group of Afrikaner South Africans is misinformed, as they do not fit the definition of refugees as set out in the 1951 Refugee Convention and its 1967 protocol. Cabinet further reiterated that allegations of discrimination are unfounded and do not meet the threshold of persecution required under both domestic and international refugee law. Moreover, the South African Police Service statistics on farm-related crimes do not support allegations of violent crime or genocide targeted at farmers generally or any racial grouping. Cabinet refused the narrative by the government of the United States of America and remains open to constructive engagement to share a better and common understanding over these matters.
I did explain earlier on that there are no land grabs in South Africa. We are working together, we are partnering, and so on. So we continue with those discussions. There's a panel.
Very well. How are you? I think you're in school.
Which I completely agree. I mean, if Donald Trump just didn't want immigrants, you'd have all of the terribleness we have. But it actually turns out he does want some immigrants. He wants the white Christians from South Africa to be immigrants to this country.
The president will attend. The president will attend the budget virtually, because he would have wished to attend physically, but unfortunately the date of the meeting coincides with the date of the tabling of the budget. And the good thing with our parliament, they provide for hybrid sessions, and the president will join in that hybrid platform. Should there be ministers with him in the delegation, they will also join it through the hybrid platform of parliament, because we all need to vote for the budget.
Well, we've raised our own concern because those people who are being enticed to go to the United States do not fit the definition of a refugee. A refugee is someone who has to leave their country out of fear of political persecution, religious persecution, or economic persecution. And
that's what the United States says they're undergoing in South Africa. That's why they've opened the door for them.
Yes, and they don't fit that bill. They don't fit that description. And I had a conversation with President Trump on the phone, and he said, what's happening down there? And I said, President, what you've been told by those people who are opposed to transformation back home in South Africa is not true. And I added to him, I said, we were well taught by Nelson Mandela and other iconic leaders like Oliver Tambo on how to continue to build a united nation out of the diverse groupings that we have in South Africa. We're the only country on the continent where the colonizers came to stay, and we have never driven